So, parang sinasabi mo, engineer, na ang tubig kapag ka hindi umaagos, mas prone siya sa pagkakaroon ng mga pollution.
Yes, because some of the waste or pollution we had are actually multiplying in there instead of being diluted. So, and also by doing that, it's destroying marine life. I mean, eventually grass will be dead too because there's no flow or exchange of clean oxygen and part of this life which is connected with the water. So this is one way of trying to get this thing going again. And eventually, once the dredging keeps moving, you are now going to force some of the sludge back to flow. Otherwise, if the sludge is so thick and big, there is only a small portions of the river that is really flowing. And so this is really what we need. And I think if we will have this done on a continuous basis, then it will become healthy again to the river. And some of these other little creeks that connects to the river.
Okay. So, ibig mong sabihin ngayon, no? So, ang hinahanap natin kasi, yung parang gusto kong malaman kung, o isa sa gusto nating malaman ngayon ay bilang chemist, ano? Sa tingin mo ay dredging ang pinaka-effective, ano? So, meron bang, bilang chemist, ano? Meron bang pwedeng chemicals na gamitin para malinis ang polluted na river?
Yes, there are. Actually, part of this are what we call water treatment. And as we know in the industry, some of the chemical operating companies are also having their own what we call waste streams, which needs to be treated before they are released in the river or the ocean. And in this kind of treatment, a good example is when we have so many elements or metals, there is what we call a chemical that they add to this water that will flocculate or separate the metals from the wastewater, so that once we do eliminate the toxic elements or metals, then the water coming to the river now does not have these toxic elements, and thereby it will bring back life on, let's say, marine environment. The fish, the shellfish, and all of these things. They will start going back to life again and starts moving freely so that they will start multiplying. But if we do not do this, then it will still be the same. We will just have water, but nothing grows. I mean, nothing goes back to what we normally see, which means we can see fish, whatever they are, swimming in the water. And this is what we need to achieve, and we need to achieve this through cooperations of different industries who are part of the river flow. Because in our sewer we are dumping something, but we have to make sure that we control most of this. So I think the wastewater treatment, to my knowledge, is also a knowledge by some of the individual companies who do this. They follow the rules, and so what we need is full implementations of the rules. If they do this, and let's say the agencies who regulate this will enforce, it will be good for everybody. So as you said that they're starting to do the dredging, that will be eventually on a regular basis, and they also are doing this because they knew it will be a big beneficial to the flow of the river.
At syempre, no, gaya nga ng palagi mong binabanggit, engineer, no, na kung mapapaigi itong ating Pasig River at ilang pang mga ilog, ano, ay babalik yung buhay ng ilog, di ba?
Yes.
At syempre, pag bumalik ang buhay ng ilog, so marami na naman tayong pwedeng maging hanap buhay ng ating mga kababayan, di ba?
Yes. And also, it will be happiness to the people when you go down near the area or near the river. You can see the water is clean. You don't smell anything compared to what we have now. That is a big happiness to the people who love your own city. Because if you see it's clean, you look at it. But if it's bad and there is a smell, you don't want to be in the area. So these are what we call a positive thing that we need to do.
Okay, no? Angel, may tanong ko lang, ano ba yung mga ways na nakakasama na pumupunta sa ilog galing sa mga industry, galing sa mga households, at saka galing sa mga iba't ibang industrial buildings, mga industrial sites, mga ganon. Ano ba yung mga chemicals na yan?
Well, there are so many of them. I can give you some examples. As you know, each home, when you wash your hands, naturally you use a soap.
Yes.
Okay, there are what we call biodegradable soap, which once they are diluted and when you wash your water and get when you wash your hands and get diluted during the rinsing with water, that is okay as long as you don't have any ingredients that are what we call negative towards the wastewater. And so, as we can see, most of the companies now are starting to ban, or they have banned most of the phosphates, which when you wash your laundry or something, this material goes on the waste streams to the river, and they are actually polluting the water, which makes almost impossible for the fish to grow again. So this has been eliminated, but in some respect, if we have and follow the responsibility of what we call industrial company, anytime we have what we call chemicals, let's say a bleach, a Clorox, or those kind of things, these are not supposed to be dumped in there on a higher concentration basis, because they could be very strong and toxic to the water. So that is why when they use this to disinfect, let's say, our sink, our clothes, they are used in such a small amount so that when they get diluted, the concentration is not strong enough to do damage to the river and thereby to the marine environment. So if we will think that, hey, and ask ourselves, if I have this liquid, for example, a cleaner, and we don't know, but most people will just dump it in the sink, those are the things we have to be responsible, because if we start doing our share, then whatever we release are what we call better for the environment. I believe now that some countries are very conscious on a lot of these different chemicals, so that what they have done is, if you have most cities, a good example is, let's say, in some cities of the United States where we are, if you have what you call cleaning chemical that you don't know, or a paint, or some other unknown chemicals, what they want you to do is accumulate them and give this to the environmental agencies or the waste management companies who pick up the waste weekly, so that they will be the one to dispose this. By doing this, nothing we dump on the sewer which end up on the river.
That can damage it,
That, of course. And so this is one way we can start improving our life.
Okay, no? Yung sinabi mo yun, nakakagulat na dahil sa bagay, yung sinabi mo, sa bahay pa lang yan, sa bahay lang yan.
Yeah, how about the industry, which are bigger volume, bigger scale?
Yeah.
So this is one of the responsibility, and I'm pretty sure each of these company have what you call the lead persons, or person who give decisions on some of this type of disposal or treatment. Once they do their share, then it will be good for everybody.